to another unboxing by theplayersaid.com. I'm Grant. Usually Alexander does our unboxing videos, but I received this shipment of 2 of the expansions for the Conan Tactical Miniatures game, and I couldn't wait. So I decided I was going to go ahead and unbox these just because I'm excited. So I bought Conan in November of 2016. I know the Kickstarter came out in mid to late 2016 and was one of the most successful Kickstarters at that time. I know it has since been passed and will probably be passed again by others, but it definitely is a fun game. I ordered these 2 expansions. First off, the 2 expansions are called the Kushite Witch Hunters and the Crossbowmen. They provide the Overlord with some additional firepower, let's say, to combat the heroes. That is one of the, as we've played, I feel like the Overlord is a little bit underpowered, so I'm very excited to see how these expansions introduced into the game will change it. So let's go ahead and get started. I've pre-opened the box. This game is made by Monolith Editions, which is a French company. They actually specialize in miniatures-based games, and I know they have a couple of others that are coming out. But here is the front of the box. Once again, Crossbowmen. Really great art. It is a hallmark of the game itself, the rule book, the examples of play, the different materials. It is really a nice-looking game, great miniatures, and great art. When I look at this, I am reminded of Robert Jordan and the Conan books, and as well as Savage Sword of Conan, which I read mostly in high school. But I'll go ahead and get it open. So we know there's going to be a bunch of miniatures in this box, and they come in a tray. So let's put that box aside. So as you can see, a little messy, sorry, but there, with this expansion for, I believe I paid $19.99. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 crossbowmen. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of these out. They are identical. All 10 of them are the same, but you can see the detail on the miniatures. Really great detail. They're made of very hard and thick, durable plastic. The detailing, if you get look at the detailing on the shield, you can see the rivets. You can actually see the fletching on the bolts there, his hair tassel coming out of his helmet. Really great detail, very well done, and they're a high quality component. These can be played without painting them, obviously. I know my friend Alexander has been painting some of mine. He's painting the heroes at this time. I hope that when he's done with those, maybe he'll consider painting some of the other minis, because we can then use these for our fantasy role-playing games because they're that good. So there's the crossbowman, and it comes with, these are tiles that are used by the Overlord to identify when the crossbowmen are going to be used, and then how much they cost to use them. So you can see there are 3 different colors. There's a green, a red, and then kind of a silver. So what will happen is these will be placed in the Book of Skelos in the river, and it will tell me when they can be used and then how many gems it will cost to use them. This is the side when they are killed. They will be flipped over on the river, and you must, as the Overlord, you either must sacrifice some of your gems to get rid of them, or just continue to deal with them, making your units harder and harder to use. So great looking cards, great thickness. Just a little more detail on these crossbowmen and how they're used. If you look at their abilities there in the upper left, the two red items, I believe the top one is Precise Shot. What this means is that they can ignore a point of armor protection that the heroes have as their shots come through. Their movement is listed there, their defense, and then they roll a red combat dice. So really a good looking unit. I'm excited to try those. So we'll go ahead and move those off to the side. The one that I'm really excited about is the Kushite Witch Hunters. I'll go ahead and open that. But this, once again, is a set that can be used by the Overlord to make it just a little more interesting and a little tougher on the heroes. Some of the units that the Overlord has are very similar to other fodder. They're easily killed. They don't really do much damage. They're just there to kind of take up space. So this is what comes in the Kushite Witch Hunters. You can see there are 4 unique miniatures. They are once again to be used by the Overlord. I'll go ahead and pop this one out. And I didn't do much study before this. I know I read some about these on the internet, but there's 2 of those minis, and you can just see what great detail they have. This one obviously is a warrior. They actually have a specific name, but once again, look at that detail. You can see the fur on his coat, his muscles, definitely really well done, of the same hard, stiff plastic. Really great detail. Look at the bones on his clothing. Very interesting. Here's a sorcerer type miniature that comes in the game. You can see it also has some great detail. These will be really interesting when they are painted. Lots of things that will show up and can highlight shadows and other things. So it'll be really interesting to see that. This guy here, the sorcerer, is called Shuba. So I'll go ahead and show his card, or hers, I can't really tell. Looks rather feminine. But Shuba has some spellcasting abilities, also has some combat. Shafia looks like it's one of the other witch hunters that are right there. I'll go ahead and maybe grab her out. This is probably her, I think. Kind of an interesting looking headdress that's going on there. Really neat looking shield. Looks very tribal, which is kind of cool. Very primitive. Really nice faux scimitar there going on. But once again, really, really great detail. So once again, these will be used by the Overlord to put in the river, and then be used to try to vex and ultimately kill and stop the heroes. So really, really a great addition. One thing I would say is I'm a little confused because they do not offer any insert that explains how to use these miniatures or where to find a scenario that utilizes them. I've kind of read that what basically happens is I'm able to interchange or interplay the various new miniatures, like the crossbowmen, into an existing scenario by replacing whatever, some of your basic guys with a crossbowman that will do some other things. But you know, I'm not finding that here, and I'm a little perplexed by that. So what I'm going to do is go online and see if I can't find out a little bit more about that. I also will show you Geur. He's the first guy that I showed you. Really cool looking. They have different abilities. This one, I believe, is swing through, where if he's using his two-handed weapon, he can actually hit 2 heroes in the same space. This one is sacrifice. And what it allows, if I as the hero attack the leader, and this guy is in the same space, he can actually take the damage. So they will give up their lives for their leader. This guy actually, I think, is pretty powerful. Afari is his name. He also has that strike through, and then there's another ability there that I'll need to look up in the rule book. But once again, great value. I paid $19.99 for the crossbowmen, and I think $19.30 something for the witch hunters. So for just under $50, I ended up getting 14 new miniatures with some new cards, hopefully to add some variety to the Conan Tactical Miniatures game. So look for a review on Conan over the next few weeks. I've played now, I believe, 5 times. I think that's enough to at least give some comments and thoughts about the game and the system. Also look for this. We also have an unboxing video for the Conan base game. I wish I'd got on in the Kickstarter because I paid $90 for the base game. For another $70, I would have gotten every expansion that they have planned for the next year. Something I didn't get in on, but this definitely is a fun game. So thanks for watching. Look forward to talking about this game more as well as giving it some play. So thank you.